I've photographed Arsenal for 33 years.
How many games is that?
I don't want to know.
Thousands. Yeah.
Yeah, quite a few.
Stuart, it's a pleasure to sit down here with you today and get to ask you some questions. I've been a fan of your work for a long time. You've had a long career as a sports photographer and working at the highest point in sports photography. What would you say about where you are now and where you started? Some highlights that we can take away from that journey.
When I grew up, the only things I was good at was photography and football. My mother said to me, get a proper job. Saw an ad for a photo agency in London, in Islington, as a printer in a darkroom. Got the job, went in. Within the first week, they said, do you fancy, we'll give you a camera, do you fancy going to Highbury? I thought that's brilliant, because I normally have to pay to go to Highbury, and I can sit at the side of the pitch. It started from there. 10 years on, Arsenal were looking for a staff guy, and they just said to me, do you fancy it? And I was like, well, yeah, why not? Dream come true, really.
Yeah. From that moment when you started, what's your take on where we are now and some of the positives you see of the current landscape of sports photography?
I think the positives are that you can shoot something and it's seen straight away. When I started, you shoot a game, you travel back to your office, develop your film, print it, drive the prints around to the newspaper. You might not get a usage for two or three days. Now it's instantaneous, but that's where the pressure is. As you know, take a picture, we send off the back of a camera, it's got to go straight to a picture desk and straight out. In a way, it was quite a sort of romantic way that we used to do it. Great pictures were being used because all the pictures appeared on the picture desk at the same time. Now, the first picture that comes in might get used, not always the best picture.
There's now an emphasis on turnaround time.
It's all about speed.
Back home in Rwanda, people are really getting into photography, sports photography, landscape photography. What sort of words of wisdom would you give to me in this position and to people who are just getting started?
You don't need to have an expensive camera to be a photographer. It's in your head and in your eyes. You showed me your pictures from the game the other day, and I'm like, it's a different style to me, but maybe in the next game I'll think, well, I'll shoot this way because I saw how Sam shot it. I look at loads of people's pictures. We did a photographic mentoring course at Arsenal about 7 or 8 years ago. We had 12 to 15 kids off a local estate. We went out with phones. They were just taking random pictures of people in the street, and there's some incredibly talented people there that have never been given the opportunity. 2 of them are now professional photographers. One's an artist at the club you use, a painter. You just need an opportunity.
If you had to walk into your house and there's like a shot of yours front and center on the wall, framed, that you've taken in your career, what shot would that be?
Last season, so I've done 33 seasons. We played Bournemouth in the league, and Reece Nelson scored a goal.
That was the Reece Nelson game winner.
The morning of the game, I set a remote camera up in the stands to capture something for our analysts, some patterns of play for. So it's linked to it's called a pocket wizard. So you fire from your camera, and it fires. As Reece scored and celebrated, all 11 Arsenal players were in that part of the pitch doing crazy celebrations everywhere. It was amazing. And that's probably my favourite. And I didn't even look through the lens didn't look through the camera to take it, just fired it.
If somebody told you right now they're going to wipe all your hard drives forever, but you could keep one picture, what picture would that be?
Probably be the Invincibles, or the trophy lift from that. Because that's probably the biggest moment in the club's history. Maybe at the end of this season I'll have my favourite picture ever.
I like that. Thank you for sharing all that. Young photographers would be really inspired. This is educational, and I'm learning a lot. I hope to continue following your work and being inspired.
See you at the Emirates.
I appreciate it. See you at the Emirates.